Greetings, welcome to another video. This is my most recent game of Kayle I played earlier today. The matchup is versus Ornn, and I have Talia versus Hecarim as my jungle matchup. This was one of the games that it had a lot of signs that it was going to be very hard to win, and I wasn't sure we were going to make it. At one point, Hecarim was 11-0, their Ornn top was 4-0-4, and I had one death. I was 0-1-0 at that point. I managed to stay focused, and we turned the game around through some quick thinking plays towards the end. Um, the main focus of this game is going to be on reviewing just how to handle difficult scenarios and recognizing what you can and can't do and finding opportunities when they present themselves. So let's begin. I'm going to skip through a bit the early parts just on fast forwarding. Just adjusting some settings at start. Alright, and we begin laning. I'm not really trying to push that hard. I don't want to get ganked by Hecarim if possible. I do try to get to my level 2. Just get CS where I can. Not perfect on CSing, but I managed to finish the game, I think, with 9 CS per minute. So you don't need to get all the CS. Just gotta get ones you can. Hecarim gang spot. They get 2 kills. So here comes it for a gank. I don't really expect us to get much out of this, but I don't have any minions I need to farm at this moment, so I'm not missing any CS. I do back off immediately, though. Go get the wave. Ornn rotates down. I don't ping it just because I knew she could see him. She's right behind him. He ends up getting a kill in this roam and an assist. I quickly shove the wave so that I can get it in before he TP's back. I rotate down, though, afterwards to help Talia secure the crab. I help her prep it up, and then I take my reset. I'm going to have to TP back to lane here. Buy Swiftest Boots, refill, and a control ward. Now I'm level 6. This is where I can start playing a bit more aggressive in the lane. I'm going to place my pink ward after I clear this wave. And now I saw Hecarim mid. I had a bit of an issue. I was running an auto hotkey thing, which prevented me from control leveling my R, so I had to turn it off mid-game. Talia's on grubs. Ornn had a bit of an interesting build this game. He went for first Bramble Vest into then going Kayle Rookern. And it made laning, so he thought he was going to be able to just ignore me, but when he goes Kayle later on, you'll see I have to constantly apply some pressure so he can't get the shield back. Currently the score is 7-1. I don't get over focused on killing Ornn, so I'm just gonna, chunk him out. He has no TP because earlier. Just gonna keep shoving. And I'm gonna reset. Initially I was gonna pick up a recur, but then I go for blasting and a dagger. And second pink ward in case I need to replace mine. I'm gonna take a. I died once to a Hecarim gank that I thought I played alright, but I should have flashed to dodge Hecarim's ulti when he uses it. I think it's gonna be coming up pretty soon here. Yeah, it's right here. I'm gonna dodge the recast of the Ornn ulti, but here is where I should have flashed. I ended up flashing late, and I thought I could run it out, but Hecarim has enough CDR that he was able to get his ulti back. I mean, his E back, sorry. And right now is when the nerves are the hardest, because it's like I looked at the scoreboard, I saw that things were not looking good. I keep my pink ward there because I know I need to place another one. Yeah, this was a tough looking spot to be in. They get second grubs. One thing I think is big is you can use things like music as mood stabilizers. I did importantly listen to music this whole game just to keep my mood under control. And as long as I stayed determined, I felt like I was able to really keep my head high when I needed to. So it's important to know what kind of genre you're listening to because some music can get you too like you'll look for fights too heavily. I was importantly listening to mostly just like motivational stuff that wasn't too aggressive. Biggest thing is you just want to be not like accidentally getting motivated to take fights you shouldn't. I placed the ward a bit further down just for Hecarim because it will help me see if he's going to come for a gank. But he's been liking ganking bot a lot. Ornn doesn't have Canic. I know, yeah, Ornn has Canic now. So yeah, here you'll see actually I have to constantly keep some pressure on him just to keep so he doesn't regenerate the shield. Though I will detour in a second here to pick up red buff because when you're on red side as Kayle, one of the biggest like power windows you get is when you're taking your level 11, your jungler picks up their next red buff. It leaves behind the little bonus red buff for one of your allies. And if you can pick that up as Kayle level 11, it gives you a very high amount of power. The slow is not too strong, but just getting the additional true damage because it'll apply on your E. It also helps with clearing the waves up. Here, Hecarim's 8-0, but I'm not weak, so I can still fight back against him. I try and flash to kill him here, but he lives just barely. He has a 1000 shutdown right now, is why I was willing to go for it, but I don't die. We get the tower. I clear out one more wave. And I base. Go in death cap second. Third item in this game was a bit of an interesting choice. I end up going with Terminus, actually. I feel like I needed the penetration to be able to cut through Ornn, and I also wanted the resistances it gives. Here, I have to end up leaving Taliyah to die. Like, she's just too far forward, and I can't peel her off anyway if I tried. So I just leave her to die. I get myself out. Here, I want to stay to defend the tower, but I realize I'm too low. Hecarim is going to come dive me if I stay there. So what I do is I go to the Krugs, and I use them to heal. Yeah, I'll just get dived if I stay out there and show. I managed to heal enough HP off the Krug camp, though, that I get to go back to the tower. Kikiano's here as well, but it lets me stay because I'm trying to get to that next rod. Whenever I'm buying Death Cap, I'm trying to get one rod, then two, and then finish. So that's why I'm going to hang back in this bush here. Also going to see if Jinx overextends. She doesn't. Cleared out. I need one more wave. She's still here. I get enough for the rod and I base. Don't want to push my luck. Here I'm looking at this fight, and I thought about TPing initially, but I don't. I just walk to mid. I clear the wave out once I'm there. I walk down. I'm going to help my team finish out the dragon. And I actually use my TP after this to go top lane to just match the Jinx. I make sure to go far enough back before I do the teleport so I can't get stopped. I'm just trying to get to 1100. Check our red buff. Hecarim took it. I may ping Leah off there. I don't want to get into a fight if I can't help it. Pretty close to my rod. I check Baron to make sure they're not on it because it looked like there was a window they could have taken it. Team's making a play bot lane. Ashe is going to fire a really nice arrow here. I try to not walk forward so I don't scare the Jinx back initially. I get her to her flash. Morgana's going to try and kill me here. I end up flashing away. I could maybe flash forward to kill her, but I didn't know if I was going to get stunned and then die. So I chose the safe option. She's not worth a lot of gold there because she didn't have a bounty or anything. I just back off, take my reset. Oh no, actually I don't back off quite yet. Right, I saw that the rest of them are all on bot side. So I get a little time of pushing in. Basically once I knew the Hecarim wasn't going to come for me. I buy a recurve bow. I was planning to buy Wit's End initially. But I made the switch over to Terminus when I had my next base. I didn't have to full buy the Hearthbound Axe. I stopped Jinx because I knew she'd be coming that way. And then I full up on the tower again. Dodge the ulti. I had a feeling she was going to go for that because she wants to clear the wave. I see they're coming for me on Hecarim and Ornn. Back way up. They're kind of chunked out when they come though, so I actually can deter them just because Hecarim doesn't have enough HP to fight me. Ornn and Jinx are both still here, so I'm going to be careful. This is where I take the base and I have enough for the Hearthbound Axe. I was just checking the options I had, and Terminus looked good to me. Now is when I get to make some plays. So we're starting to claw back into the game. Kiana was doing pretty well, but the game is very hard overall objective-wise still. They have 3 dragons. Or actually, no, this is their third. This is their third. Ornn TP's the tower, but I managed to just ignore him, kill it off. Go for the inhib. Morgana throws Q, just dodge the side. Now I'm going to pick up Terminus here. Yes, Kiana's fed. Bot lane's doing not too hot. Talia's doing not too hot. But Talia's not doing too terrible. It's mostly just the really fed Hecarim and the Ornn being also strong. Jinx is also decently strong too. Here, I'm expecting them to send people down to me. I walk a bit ahead of the minions in there and just hit the tower immediately. Later on, I do that with the Nexus tower, and reason why is kind of just want to tank the wave for this. You want to tank the tower for the wave. I didn't probably have to do it here, but later on I do it to save it because I only have one minion left when I hit the tower. I flash forward immediately, kill the Vigar. Ornn, he really thought he was just able to ignore me, but I'm able to pump out enough damage by just staying on him. Terminus helps here a lot. They start basing. It's only Jinx and Hecarim a lot. Jinx and Morgana. Jinx bases, and I'm gonna take this tower, and the inhib. But I'm gonna make a lot of side-to-side movements occasionally, like just randomly. I'm just trying to look for if Jinx fires R at me. Like here, yep, dive down. She doesn't have it. I'm guessing it's on cooldown. I base here. She might have came to the base gate. I take a while here to think about my next item purchase. I end up going with Rylai's because I want to be able to. I'm expecting Ornn to be the defender when I go for side pushes, and I expect it to be very good for me in case of needing to slow him down. I try to group up for this next fight, and it's because Baron's on the table still. I have both of the side lane inhibs taken. I don't think I should actually group here still. I should just be pressuring somewhere. Because I try grouping in this fight, and I just kind of get CC'd and killed off. And that's the risk of why I don't want to be in these team fights. Yeah, Hecarim multi into Vigar cage and just dead. Team fight goes really poorly. It's not too bad right here, but like it just the rest of it just doesn't go well. Yeah. My first stop after I respawn is I go over to the dragon because it's gonna be their soul. I think minions took a Nexus tower actually, so that's good. Do crab. Now, top inhibitors just respawned, and I see that everyone's coming down here because obviously this is soul. I see the wave top lane, and I'm just gonna immediately, once I see enough people down here, I just TP up there. I know that they're all gonna be distracted over there. Ornn's gonna come defend, and I know to get this into the Nexus, I have to actually deal with him. So I'm trying to both push the wave and hit him when I can, just to push it in. Here's where I have to tank the tower for the minion. Because if I want to tank this one, I don't successfully end the game here, but I will make backdoor on the next fight. I start thinking about what can I purchase. I buy a rod. Building towards Shadow Flame fight would be actually able to finish it. They're 13 kills ahead of us right now. Yeah, they have Soul, they have Baron. I start off, I'm just going towards mid, and I'm near the Ashe and the Braum. And I'm going to hang out in the jungle here. Ashe and Braum are going to fight Hecarim. And it's going to get a little messy, but I use the opportunity in the chaos here to divert and dip around. down. Kiana's on top side. She's pressuring. They're gonna back and like stop Kiana. But since I'm also in bot lane at this exact moment, I can dip down while they're focused on her. I just go right past the inhib. Once I'm at the Nexus, if I haven't taken any damage yet, I can just use my R and easily end it. This was a hard game, and it wasn't. It took a lot of mental composure. But thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.